Jack and Nancy, written by Houghton Blake. Once, many years ago, there was a boy called Jack and a girl named Nancy. They lived with their father and mother in a cottage at the seaside. From their bedroom window, they could see the sailing ships at sea. Sometimes, the sailors would tell them about the strange places they had been to. Once, a sailor showed them a parrot in a cage and told them about the jungle, where it was always hot and where parrots flew among the trees. I wish we could go there, said Jack. One day, Jack and Nancy went for a walk on the cliffs. Nancy carried some buns and some apples in a handkerchief, and Jack carried his father's big green umbrella. When they sat down to eat, they felt a few spots of rain, and Jack put up the umbrella. At that moment, a great wind began to blow. Jack held on tight to the umbrella, and Nancy held on to Jack. And then, suddenly, the wind blew so hard they were blown into the air. Up they went through the clouds. Oh, look at them fly so high. Until, at last, after a long time, they came out into clear sky. Slowly, the wind dropped, and the big green umbrella began to float down towards an island in the sea. Down they floated between tall trees. Flying about among the branches were parrots, just like the ones that the sailors had told them about. They landed on the ground with a bump, and when they looked up, there, on top of the umbrella, was a big parrot. Nancy and Jack set off through the jungle, and the parrot went with them, sitting on the handle of the umbrella. Before long, they came to a stream. In one place, the stream became a waterfall, and they had to climb down over the rocks to get to the bottom. In the end, they came to the sea, but there were no people and no ships to take them home. And so there they had to stay. Each morning they ate fruit from the bushes and drank water from the stream. They swam in the sea with the fish. The water was quite warm. At night, they climbed onto a mossy branch and went to sleep. And every day they kept watch, hoping a ship would come. But days passed, and no ship came to the island. We shall never see our home again, said Nancy. Then, one morning, there was a ship out at sea. Jack shouted, and Nancy shouted, and the parrot screamed. He made the most noise of all. The ship stopped, and some sailors got into a little boat and rowed towards the shore. They had not expected to see anyone on the island, and they were amazed when they heard how Jack and Nancy had got there. You must come on board ship with us, said one of the sailors, and we will take you back to your home. On the ship, Jack and Nancy lived with the sailors. For their meals, they had salt pork and very hard biscuits. The sailors sang sea shanties for them and showed them how to tie knots in ropes of pieces of rope. When they got back, the sailors rowed Jack and Nancy to the shore. Their father and mother were overjoyed to see them, and you can imagine how happy Jack and Nancy were. After all their adventures, to be home, safe home once again. The end.